Hello, welcome or welcome back. My name is Lightworker Whit, and I'm so excited to get into this pop culture prediction for you. Now, this is not content I planned to do, but it was spontaneous because somebody was in my TikTok after I was kind of gassing myself up about being accurate as fuck about this TikTok ban prediction. And someone asked me, well, what's going to happen for the next 4 years? And I was like, I really never thought to look into it because in my mind, in my body, in my soul, I was just mentally, physically preparing for another term of, I feel like even if I say his name, I feel like he's Voldemort. I feel like if I say his name in any kind of negative way, that my content will get shadow banned. I don't know. We're in interesting times here where we don't really know what the algorithm is doing. And so we're having to like relearn this algorithm in a post TikTok ban society. So I think I will actually refer to him as Voldemort for the rest of this video. Okay, our upcoming president for his second term. Okay. So I'm gonna look into, just gonna do an intuitive read of just like what we can expect. Just what is the general, layout here. I don't know how long this video is going to be, how long it won't be. I don't know. I'm going to use my Street Priestess Tarot deck. I'm also going to use my Career and Finances deck because a lot of people are expecting big changes with his inauguration in the economy. So I kind of want to see what we can expect there. If you're new here, it's the first time you're being introduced to me, please feel free to check out all my other content. I highly suggest that if you ever need any sort of guidance and you can't get a session with me immediately, go to my messages of the day playlist and ask yourself, Spirit, what do I need right now, today, in this moment? And then click shuffle on that playlist and just trust whatever Spirit gives you the first 1, 2, 3 videos, okay? Maybe the first one's relevant, maybe the first 3 are relevant, usually probably something you definitely need. I will be producing my monthly forecast on a membership basis. So if you're interested in my forecast for the month ahead, please consider becoming a Lightworker. And I just want to take this time to thank my Lightworkers in advance because I now have a few members already. So thank you because you are the ones making this channel run and operate. So I appreciate you and I'm really looking forward to that community growing. If you're interested in a private reading with me, all of my links are below, everything that you need, okay? Let's just go ahead and get into this because I don't really have the mental space to like give you all the updates and, announcements. So let's see. As of now, as I'm making this video, it is January 19th, 10:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So his inauguration is tomorrow on MLK Day. 2 of Wands is coming out, looking ahead to the future. I'm going to show you the cards. Don't worry. I'm just trying to get a good shuffle. And Spirit, we just want some guidance on what this term will look like for us, for the U.S. citizens, or maybe even global citizens as well. What is this term going to look like for us? What can we expect? I have been feeling, before I even look into the cards, and I hope I don't project, I just want the cards to show me what they're going to show me. I have been feeling in my spirit that I don't know. And when I say I don't know, I just kind of mean that intuitively. I don't know that we're going to get to 4 years with him. I just don't know why I feel that way. At first, I was really hoping that, the outcome of the votes would be addressed and, considered illegitimate, but that was not the case, unfortunately. And I'm really sorry. If you're watching this content and you are a Voldemort supporter, and I just want to let you know, I welcome you here. I really do. My channel is not for people. I'm not. This isn't a political channel. Okay. Obviously, if you're here, I'm assuming you have pretty liberal views just based on who I am. Okay. But if you're not, that's okay. You're welcome here. I'm not trying to bash you. I'm not trying to bash the R party. I just even feel like I'm just trying to be careful about what I mention in this video because I don't want it to fuck up. I don't want my video to not get views. We're learning the algorithm, guys. We're learning the new algorithm. I just feel that Voldemort in particular is a very interesting character. And I don't think that he's as stupid as he portrays himself to be honest. I believe that he has personified himself for the American people because he comes from the world of television and reality, and he understands what the US consumes and enjoys and what we respond to. And I think he's built a persona off of that. And unfortunately is using his leverage, his power in now the US government to make a lot of decisions that benefit him and a lot of his colleagues. So I'm not here to get into any debates. I'm not here to challenge you because I'm not that person. I really hate debating. I hate the idea of trying to prove my ideas and my thoughts to someone else. I really, like, the thought of that gives me the ick because I'm just one of those people that, like, if you don't agree, then, like, let's just not agree. Like, I don't need to convince you. You've got your views, I've got my views, we're good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really not that person. So please, I don't think that I have people in this community, but I'm just going to say it just in case. If you're coming here to, like, drop some comments and, like, you know, be a Voldemort supporter, first of all, I will most likely delete any negative comments. I'm going to try to, you know, keep it respectful. I want people to share, you know, whatever they want to share. But at the end of the day, this is my channel, okay? But I'm just saying all that to say, this is me making my prediction of what I think is going to happen in the next 4 years. I am clearly a very liberal person and I have very liberal views. I don't completely disagree with everything that the R party stands for, but I disagree with a lot that the current R party stands for, okay? This is just me and where my line is in the sand, okay? All right. Totally respect wherever you and your line in the sand is. All right, so now that I've gotten that out the way, what can we expect for the next 4 years, please, with this new term, with this second term of Voldemort? Please. Can we expect these next 4 years, please? What's going to happen? And this is crazy, like, shuffling my cards over the next 4 years. I don't even usually do predictions for this long. So this is going to be very interesting. God, the idea of 4 years just sounds like, where are we? So it's 2025. 4 years from now will be, is it 2029? 2026, 27, 28, 29. Child. It'll be 2029. Doesn't that sound insane? So the idea of looking back on this video come 2029 or even, you know, a year, 6 months from now, who fucking knows? You know, it's going to be very interesting because I do look back on my predictions and sometimes I'm pretty right. Let's see what these cards say. They're shuffled. Let's see what they say. Wow, 10 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Damn. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. 2 of Cups. Wasn't expecting any of this. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I was not expecting this, y'all. I was not expecting. This is, I hate to say it, it's kind of positive. I mean, you know, and when I say I hate to say, I mean, obviously, I want to see us as a country doing amazing. But I'm going to be honest, a big piece of me does want to see him fail. And I'm just being very honest in that, simply because I feel like he's done a lot of things that Voldemort, you know, think about all the things that Voldemort has done, you know, and I just feel like when we think of Voldemort, so I guess what I'm saying is a piece of me does want justice, but as we've seen, we're not going to get that at all. I mean, have you guys seen his, I don't even know where or how I was watching this, probably on CBS. They were showing his picture and his VP's photo. I'm trying not to say their names on for like their official portraits for this term. And Voldemort purposefully, I'm sorry for the noise, guys, that's the salt truck for the snow. Voldemort purposefully, like, mimics his mugshot photo. And I'm just like, is that really the time that we're living in? You know? Anyway, guys, I hate to say it, but this is going to be a very prosperous time for us. Wow. And I know that's what a lot of people are hoping for. I know it. Myself included. I don't want us to be down, broke, and busted. I really don't. But I think I read this thing or heard this thing that it always seems to be during in our term. Like when I say our, I mean like our, I'll say our party. It's usually during an our party term where money is flowing, business is good. And it's usually during a D party term where that president has to clean up the aftermath of whatever the our party president did. That seems to be, I think I read that somewhere that's kind of been like the cycle. So a lot of people were saying that like Voldemort was able to like piggyback off of what Obama built up. And I can't really say that I think that that's the case here as far as Grandpa Biden, goes. I don't know that another year with Biden would have allowed us to improve things. I don't think that man was with us, I don't think he was here. I think he was doing his best. Let me get into these cards, y'all. Let me process and then let me get into this. Wow, I'm very surprised. I was expecting to see like the Tower, 10 of Swords, maybe even the Justice. I don't even have the Justice out here. This is very interesting as I'm taking all this in and kind of downloading information. I really hope that truck is not that loud. It's like super loud to me. So first card out is 10 of Pentacles, y'all. Abundance, luxury, money is flowing, okay? Straight up. 10 of Pentacles is like legacy, wealth, sharing with your family, like building for the next generation. So the money during his term, during Voldemort's second term, gonna be up. Everybody's money should be up. And if it's not, it's simply because you're not paying attention. You're not plugged in, okay? Everybody should have an opportunity, high emphasis on opportunity to make more money during his term. King of Pentacles here. Again, security. This does represent Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgos, but I don't really think astrology is really important here. I'm really more so focusing on major themes, but I'm mentioning it here in case an Earth sign is a key player during his term, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I think this is more about money is moving. People are finally seeing money back in their wallets. People are working. 8 of Pentacles. People are working diligently, okay? So, I think this is going to happen fast because these are the first couple cards out. During the first year or two, I think money will be up for sure. Jobs will be up, opportunities will be up. Hopefully unemployment's down. I think America will start to be feeling prosperous again as a nation. Now, what's interesting, I really feel like there's a message here about this 8 of Pentacles, so I want to focus on it here. Hardworking. I think we're getting back our identity as a hardworking culture. America has always been known for like the rise and grind that is very ingrained in our culture, in our society. That's just like who we are. But it's feeling like that's becoming part of our identity again. Because I think for a while, I just feel like these past 4 years, we've just all been like surviving and just like trying to get through. And we haven't really been feeling inspired or motivated to like really, really, really do our best. And I think we're actually shifting that energy. Usually they don't take that long. So I'm hoping he like goes. They like make a couple rounds with the salt. Because like he already came like an hour or two ago. But because the snow's falling, he's got to come back again. Okay, here's what I think is interesting. The 2 of Cups is here. The 2 of Cups is here, which represents partnerships. Now, to me, there is some sort of significant partnership here that Voldemort will make with another country. I don't think this is his VP. I don't think it's his VP. It's right next to the Hermit. So this could be a player who has been kind of like in the shadows for a long time. There's a connection being made with somebody who's kind of been a little bit removed from the conversation. They've been removed from the group chat of the United Nations. Now, I don't know if that would be in Korea, you know. I don't know if that would be, I don't feel that would be, it's obviously not Russia, because they're not a silent player at all. But there's some partnership happening here. But to me, it's feeling like this partnership, it's giving like very much us against the world. Like it's, you ever like met a person that like gets into a new relationship and they just like isolate themselves and like you don't see them for months because they're just wrapped up in their relationship? It's kind of giving like that's what America is going to do. Like we're going to get in partnership with one other country, and it's just like you just won't hear from America for a very long time. You know, this Hermit card, while it does represent Virgo, it's also making me feel like, as well, double meaning here, Voldemort very much intends to like back the fuck up from like being in everybody's business. And that high key, that is something that like I kind of agree with. Now, there was this message of like, I'm not really like a political person, so I don't even know why I'm doing this reading, but because this is like, what I'm about to say is like so unserious. But there's this show, I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched it, called The Diplomat. And so there was this moment where like the main character was being considered for VP, and like she didn't want it, but then she started to want it. And so the existing VP, who was a female, character was a female, was like wanting to make some like global relations decision. And so a lot of people didn't agree with it, specifically the main character. And so the main character finally confronted her on it. She's like, I don't really think you should be doing this. And so like in the middle of like some important dinner, she like pulls her into her room and she's like, look, bitch, this is what happens if we do nothing. And it really kind of opened her eyes to like all the intricacies involved of like why a decision has to be made and why we're getting involved in other people's bullshit. So I say that to say, it made me realize of like, it's easy for us to say, why are we getting involved in this country and that country and that country? But I know that there's a lot of different like powers at play here if we do nothing. So even with that being said, I kind of feel like Voldemort is going to pull back our support, pull back our involvement in a lot of global relation issues. And I think, unfortunately, that is what's contributing to us kind of getting back to being a world power. The Fool, it's starting a new journey, starting a new chapter, starting a new beginning. I really feel like America is leaving the group chat, but like it's America and somebody else. I don't know which country really, or I don't know which person, but Voldemort is getting cute and cozy with some other person, some other country, some other entity. I don't know that it's, what's his name just came to mind? Musk. I don't know that it's him necessarily. I kind of feel like I really feel like it's a country. It's feeling like a country to me. It's feeling like an equal. I guess is what I want to say. And I don't think, to me, Voldemort and Musk are equals. And I don't mean that in a way where I'm comparing Beyonce and Rihanna. You know what I mean? I mean that in a way where one person is super fucking rich and one person is leading the free world. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... That's what I mean. We're not equal. So it would have to be Voldemort and a Putin. Voldemort and, I forget the name of the guy who is head of Korea. Jong-un. Or hell, Canada for all I fucking know. I don't know. But he's getting cute and cozy with somebody. And I think it's very us against the world. Like, we're locking in and we're stepping back. We're not coming to the family dinners anymore. We're not going to the United Nations meetings. We're leaving people on red. We are really kind of like sitting a few rounds out of world issues, it feels like. But I'm serious. I really feel like that is adding to or allowing us to recover, you know? It's really feeling like it's allowing ourselves to recover. And that's going to create some weird feelings and tension within the country. It really is. Four of Cups. It's like, okay, we get it. But also it's like, gosh, people are actually suffering and dying. And like, this sucks. It's like, I love that this is helping us. But also, we're supposed to be this great superpower helping people. Like, what the fuck? This truck is like really doing a lot. Like, it's like literally 10:30 at night. Like, come on. Oof. I'm thinking if there's another message here. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The Fool also represents a new journey in which, like, we don't really know what's ahead of us. There's a new era, right? And this is going to come probably a year or so, maybe a year and a half after into his term, where like we're entering some like new space that we don't really know what's ahead of us, but like it feels new in some way. I don't necessarily know that it, again, I don't know that it's negative because it's creating this like indifferent mood. It's like, okay, I guess I don't love it, I don't hate it, but all right. You know, some decision that he's making is causing an indifferent mood, indifferent as an INDIFFERENT mood within the nation. The Page of Cups is here next to the Empress. So we've got somebody who's very young in the picture. This could be VP, his VP. We also have the Empress here. There is some, and this is giving very like mommy and her, it's giving enmeshment as I see this. It's giving a little enmeshment of like some mother figure, which is typically the Empress, and a young, her baby boy. It's giving like that these are going to be two key players within his term. Now, I'm not gonna lie, VP gonna be like all over the place. I feel like somebody's gonna have to be cleaning up after him a lot because the Page of Cups is very sensitive, very emotional, and I do know that his VP is a Leo and Voldemort is a Gemini, which is usually a very positive like flow between two signs. But he's just gonna be like super emotional, like saying all kinds of shit, feeling like he could do whatever, and I feel like somebody's gonna have to be cleaning up after him a lot, low key. There is going to be a feminine energy. The Empress doesn't always have to be a female, but I do feel that there will be a feminine energy that is significant in his term. And I don't think we hate her. Whoever she is. The Empress is very nurturing. She's very warm, inviting. She's very understanding. But, look, she's also kind of stern. She's going to give you a hug, but she's also going to be like, don't play with me, bitch. Don't fucking play with me. I love you. But there's a limit. I feel like there's going to be some female power that is actually going to do some good within his term. We have the Ace of Wands here, new inspiration, new feelings, new beginnings. Some new ideas maybe not new ideas. The Ace of Wands isn't always about new ideas, but this woman, it seems to me, is ushering in newness. The Ace of Wands is new inspiration, new ideas in terms of like new creativity, maybe creatively presenting solutions, creating new. It feels like this person is attacking an issue from a new angle. And this might even be like a role within the cabinet or the government that like nobody really ever gave a shit about before. But like, she's very much making a name for herself. She's very much like, I will be remembered in the history books for my role in his term. I don't think we hate her. I'm not going to lie. I don't think we hate her. We'll have to see. Here's what else is interesting. So as we get into like, 3 and 4, third and fourth year. So we have Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like by that third term, everything will be like moving and grooving as like a well-oiled machine. Everyone will like be more comfortable in like the work that they had kind of gained in early 2025 or in 2025. Everyone will be a little bit more comfortable and settled in their finances and hard at work and kind of like really in the groove of things. As an economy, as individuals, as families, I think we will be doing a lot better. Here's my thing. I think by the end of, I really hate that this is the reading, but it is what it is. Because again, I just kind of wanted, low-key, I wanted to see him fail, but I also just want us as a country to do better. It seems like by the end of his term, it seems like everybody's trying to be our friend again. Like we really had to pull back. We really had to be like, listen, we can't deal with you right now. And I feel like by the end of his term, everybody's like, hey, let's hang out. Let's get brunch. Like, I feel like by the end of his term, we're the it girl. Everybody wants to be dealing with us. And maybe we're even, whoever this chick is, maybe she's even bringing industry back to America. Because for like the longest time, we used to be really big in like, industry. And I'm thinking back in terms of like oil and like trains and automobiles and whatever. Like we used to be very pioneering, and we're just not anymore. We're really not. And I kind of feel like, so even with this Ace of Wands, which I would consider a very innovative card, I feel like we are creating some shit that like everybody wants a piece of, and everybody wants to be our friend. Everybody wants to like hang out with us. Suddenly like nobody's talking shit about America anymore. He's loving it. Voldemort is loving it because he's feeling like he can take all the credit. He's being able to filter out all of the invitations, or like everybody who wants to be involved with America again. And we actually are moving from that hermit energy into the Three of Pentacles, working with other countries again, working with other people again. Because you have like the way this is presented is like Three of Cups, Emperor, Three of, well, I guess I showed it to you wrong. It's more like this. That's how it was on my desk. Three of Pentacles, Emperor, Three of Cups. It's like all these people are revolving around him. While that can be good and bad, he likes being in that position. But I really see this more as people wanting to kiss his ass, but also because we actually have something to offer. I don't know that we as a nation have had something to offer besides entertainment for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that we have had anything to offer besides entertainment for a very long time. Because I actually think that's where most of our revenue comes from in America. I really think it comes from entertainment. I'm gonna look right now. What's Google say? The majority, hold on. The majority of the revenue of the United States government comes from taxes paid by individuals. Did not know that. Small businesses and corporations. The largest source of revenue for the individual income taxes is the largest source of revenue for the federal government. Okay. But I wanted to know like what industry, industry, because I don't think I'm wrong here. It's not telling me. It's telling me a bunch of income tax. Commercial banking, pharmaceutical. This is 2025. Biggest industries by revenue in the U.S. in 2025. This is from IBIS World. IBIS World, I don't know. Commercial banking in the U.S. is number one. Pharmaceuticals, then new car dealerships, life insurance, public schools, property. Okay, so maybe not entertainment. I don't know. I thought it was entertainment. Okay, well, that's just me living in a bubble. That's fine. I want to see what's beyond this Three of Pentacles. That's crazy, guys. This is not the reading I was expecting at all. Then we have death, then we have and then it ends, and then it ends, and then it ends. Wow, that's so funny. I didn't like, I picked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I said, let me do one more. And then we get to the end. And that's the end. And that's the end of his term. So we actually leave, this is wild. We actually leave his presidency. You know, I actually feel like he's getting a do-over. Good for him, I guess, in the karma of it all. I don't know. I think he's getting a chance to do it again and do it right. Death is rebirth. It's transformation. And I feel that by the time he leaves office, America is the it girl again. Everybody wants to deal with us. He's feeling very prideful about that. He's feeling very like on his high horse about it. A lot of people are trying to kiss the ring. And it's feeling like he's very proud of what he is leaving behind. I'm stunned, guys, by this. All right, let's see what jumps out of the career and finance deck. What can we expect over the next 4 years in this term? Oh, okay. Okay. 3 cards. Easy does it, health goals. Okay, these are the first 3 that just popped out. Easy does it. Okay, slow and steady, y'all. I told y'all. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. I really feel like the first 2 years, it's like ramp up. We're ramping up. Like people are just trying to get their money back together. But I don't think we're really moving into that industrious space again until end of second year, 3 and 4. Okay, so we've got health. Oh, I would pray that there's reform in the health department. Some situation that needed resolution will be solved and healed. Consider careers in the medical field, massage therapy, or any healing work. It's time to replenish your energy and fully energize to prepare for what's next. And we've got goals. We've got goals here. Don't let the world lead you. Take the steering wheel and take control of your life. This would be a good time to write down your goals and aspirations. Focus on creating and managing a budget. So when I see this, I really see us taking our time to get everything back in order. I kind of just really feel like Biden focused a lot on foreign relations. And I feel kind of bad because when he stepped into office, literally, and I wonder if Russia did that on purpose. Like, okay, boom, Biden is in. This is the time to go pop off on, Ukraine. And I feel like he just had so much to deal with, just like overseas. And I think really the American people felt abandoned. Like, obviously we give a shit about the other people overseas, but like, literally people can't eat. They don't have enough. Y'all be seeing them TikToks of like people, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, where it'll be like, everybody's really going through it right now, and people will like zoom in on like how much people paid on the pump, and it'll be like $10, $5, $7. Like, why? Like, people don't have it. So anyway, so America needs time to regroup. America needs time to regroup, okay? We need to set some goals. We need a goal set. I think something's going to happen where like money is flowing into the U.S. economy quickly within this year, 2025, 2026. But I also feel like it's a time for them as well, his administration, to kind of set these goals. There's something that's going to happen with healthcare. What's going to happen with healthcare? Since the healthcare came out, what's happening with healthcare his term, please? Oh. Really? All these cards? You didn't mean it. That was too many, Spirit. You got it. Come on now. What's going to happen with healthcare? Okay, the 9 of Wands. There's going to be a lot of conflict about what to do about. Okay, so we have the Strength card. Person, like, standing strong and like being brave. Page of Swords, but a lot of people are going to try to figure out how to fix healthcare. Five of Wands, a lot of competition, a lot of varying opinions, a lot of varying views. Everybody has a better plan, but we will get through. Nine of Wands, we will persevere. I feel like a lot of people are going to have a lot of opinions on how to improve our healthcare, but what will be the outcome, Spirit, of our healthcare his term? The Lovers. Okay. Why do I feel like this is going to sound really crazy, but I'm going to say it because why not? Why do I feel like all of the insurance companies are going to like come together, like they're going to merge, and we're just going to have like one healthcare system? It sounds wild, and I don't know that this would happen within 4 years. Again, but I'm going to say it. I kind of feel like everybody's going to come together. Everybody's going to be fighting, but then everybody's going to realize we have to come together. All of the big insurance companies are going to have to come together and work together under one umbrella that will finally become part of the government. They're going to figure, I feel like during his presidency, they're going to figure out a way to make healthcare actually part of the government that still allows these big historical insurance companies to still profit. Like maybe they get a cut of the income tax. I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like they're figuring that out. That's a big prediction, but you heard it here first. You heard it here first. What else, Spirit, for his term? What else you got? Angelic help, please, Lord, because we're going to need it. We're going to need it this term. Okay, this is the time to trust in the universe and know you will be provided for. There is a career or blessing lining up for you, so stay positive and believe. Pay attention to the signs your angels send you during this time. These are just blurbs, obviously, for the card, but I actually feel like there is angelic help within his term. I just feel like God wouldn't do that to us again. You know what I mean? There are certain things that I go through in life that I'm like, God, you wouldn't do that to me again. I know you wouldn't do that to me again. And I kind of feel like this is looking like one of those things. Like, I feel like we can't have a dumpster fire of what his first term was again, you know? And I really feel like the angels are getting involved here. Network is coming out. Again, I'm telling you, everybody, we're the it girl. It may be time to create or reach out to your network of people who will help you. Consider a career in marketing, promoting, sales, or any professional networking job. Make the most out of the resources you have to improve your finances. Maybe this is like, again, just a message on working on our foreign relations. I don't know. Or making strategic partnerships and alliances within his term. Unclear's coming out and beauty. Okay, unclear's coming out. Money is either tight or not receiving what you expected. Of course, the country is broke. The answers you are seeking will remain unclear for now. Your basic needs will be met. Okay. Beauty is here. Embrace your unique style and own it. Let the world see who you really are. Consider careers doing hair, jewelry, clothing, or anything that enhances others' beauty. Your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. Why am I feeling like he's going to create some sort of statue of himself? I feel like when I look at this beauty card, I feel like he's going to do something that's like very vain within his presidency. And I feel like with this unclear card, there will be times where we're just like, what is he doing? Where is this going? But as per usual with all of my pop culture predictions, I'm very willing to be wrong. Very willing to be wrong. Okay. But I'm also going to be really excited if everything I just predicted unfolds, right? That's crazy. That's actually wild. So not what I was expecting for this reading. I was expecting the Tower, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, just all the swords, 5 of Cups, you know? I was expecting a lot of turmoil, but it's not what it's looking like, guys. Wow, this is crazy. Wow. Drop your comments below, save it, bookmark it. Let's check back in with this reading every 6 months, every year, just to see how on track I am. I would, maybe not every 6 months. I feel like we need to give it time. Like I feel like I'm gonna like watch this every year and just see like what's unfolding. What part of my prediction is unfolding. Let's see if we can get an overall theme of I'm gonna use the spirit animal card. What is the overall theme of his term? This is crazy. This is a crazy reading, y'all. What's the overall theme of his term? Okay, be spirit, sweet results await. 3 cards came out. Yeah, bring your ideas to life. And then Bobcat Spirit. Okay, so we got 3 cards. Sweet results await. And this card literally is about, I'm not going to read the whole message because it's kind of long, but this whole message is about working with other people. It's about like not working alone and like, see, I said I wasn't going to read it, but now I'm like, I'm going to try to skim this message. Get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Don't let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Yeah, I feel like, again, we're pulling our energy back very early in his term, but I think he's going to figure out, okay, we got to be connected. Moving from separation into connection. I'm telling you. Hold on, let me finish the sentence. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential, you become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of bee spirit. Fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself, your heart opens and creativity rushes through you seemingly without effort as you experience that nothing feels like work. I'm telling you, I feel like we're pulling us, I can't say it enough. He is going to pull back our energy so we can regroup. And then by the end of his term, we're the it girl again. We're like, we're tapped back in. I'm telling you. 24. Let's see, the electric eel, bring your ideas to life. I really feel like there might even be some incentive with this Empress, some incentive for like being creative and like there might be some money thrown at people who can like be really innovative, be really like, figure out ways to like, remember there was this thing, I don't know what it was called, but there was like this convention years ago. I want to say it was like at the turn of the century. This is important. Where like all these people came from around the country. The Crystal Palace. Okay, fuck with me here. Okay. See, I be knowing my history. I'm a smart ass bitch. My family was playing me on a FaceTime earlier today because I was like really fucking up my geography. And I was like, hold on, first of all, I went to art school. But of course, like my fucking art school ass knows architecture. Okay, the Crystal Palace was a cast iron and plate glass structure originally built in Hyde Park, London, to house the Great Exhibition of 1851. Okay, maybe not the turn of the century, but like the exhibition took place from the 1st of May to 15th of October, 1851, and more than 14,000 exhibitors from around the world gathered in its 990,000 square foot exhibition space. Did I say that number right? Almost a million, basically a million square feet exhibition space to display examples of technology developed in the Industrial Revolution. Designed by Joseph Paxton, the Great Exhibition Building was 1,851 feet long with an interior height of 128 feet. I don't know what happened to the Crystal Palace. Let's see real quick what happened to it. Let's see what happened to it real quick. Construction. Opened by Queen Victoria. It was the first of the World Fair's exhibitions of culture and industry. So my whole point in saying that, guys, is I kind of feel like something like that is going to happen for America. had the first major installation of public toilets. Wow. In which sanitary engineer George Jennings installed his monkey closet, flushing laboratory. Okay. Originally just for men, but later catering for women also. Always forgetting about a bitch. Always forgetting about a bitch, okay? During the exhibition, damn near 1 million visitors each paid 1 penny to use it. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, what happened to it? Relocation, redesign. The life was limited to 6 months. Something had to be decided about the future of the building. Against the wishes of parliamentary opponents, a consortium of 8 businessmen, including blah, 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 who were also both board members of some railway, formed a holding company and proposed that the edifice be taken down and relocated to a property named Penge Place, which had been excised from Penge Common at the, okay. So they reconstructed it? That sounds wild. Why would they move it? While incorporating most of the constructional parts of the original, it was completely different in form. Of course it was. Of course it was completely different. Men are so stupid. Why wouldn't you just leave it? The new building was elevated several meters above the surrounding grounds. Blah, blah, blah. 2 railway stations were opened to serve the permanent exhibition. Then it was used as a naval training establishment during the First World War. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm such a history nerd. Even though my family was making fun of me about my geography. I love shit like this. But like, honestly, I don't think this building is still standing. While the original palace cost the equivalent to 20.8 million euros in 2023, burdening the company with a debt it never repaid. This was because admission fees were depressed by the inability to cater for Sunday visitors in its early years. Okay, wow. See what happens when you don't work on Sunday? Many people worked every day except Sunday when the palace was closed. Okay. Okay, so popularity and state of repair had deteriorated. The appearance of the stalls and booth had made it much more down market attraction. So basically like kind of fell in disarray, and then it was on fire. Okay. It caught on fire in 1936. So that was a cute little history lesson. All that was left standing after the fire were 2 water towers. Damn. Well, so if you want to, guys, feel free to Google the Crystal Palace. It's like a pretty magnificent building when you look it up. When you see images of it, it's massive. So anyway, you heard it here first. I think so with this thing, bring your ideas to life. Sorry, there's a really long-winded way to say that. Okay. But we learned something. Drop a comment if you learned something. My BFA is not for nothing. As someone who has had to take, how many architecture? I think I took, hold on. I've taken 4 art history classes. So I had to take Survey of Art History 1, Survey of Art History 2, and then I get to take 2 electives, both of which I took in art history. So I took Modern and Urbanism Architectural History, and then I took an architectural history class in Savannah, Georgia, because that's where my school was. So I did like an architecture tour of Savannah, which was really dope. My art history. Okay, anyway. Seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of electric eel appears to awaken to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments. Where's that Ace of Wands? Epiphanies and aha moments, which is like Ace of Wands. I lost my place. Are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started bringing your idea to life. I mean, you guys get the point of that message. Now, we also have Bobcat Spirit reversed, which I think is interesting. And remember, guys, if you're just like forgetting what we're talking about what is like the overall theme of his term. 8, life is a mystery. Did I show it to you upright? This is a card upright. I actually really like this card, but we have it reversed. Okay, I flipped right to it. Here we go. Bobcat Spirit tells you this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself as truths begin to emerge in your awareness. Self-protection is called for, so be discerning, selective, and even secretive, revealing no more than is necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check for your own motives as well as those of others as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who may potentially misunderstand your intentions or may not be supportive. Let your logical mind take a rest as you start to perceive the energy of your environment. Bobcat Spirit wants you to be stealthy and wise and keep your own counsel. Let yourself be a mystery yet to be revealed. That's really interesting, y'all. Sorry, I'm like, my mind's like moving ahead. So basically we have, don't work alone, work with others. Be really creative, like follow your ideas, follow your inspiration, but also like, you know, you can't trust everybody at the same time. You know, like, watch who you talk to is the vibe that I get of, why is, it's like 11 o'clock. I know they're not snow blowing. Child, if they're snow blowing, I swear to God. It's like 11 o'clock at night. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. This is gonna be a very interesting term. I really feel like there's gonna be a big conversation of like who it is we're connected with and who we're not connected with. And a lot of people are gonna have a lot of opinions about that. But ultimately, I think us withdrawing from everybody, being in everybody's fucking business is actually going to help us in the long run. So we can kind of like take an observant approach to who it is we really wanna fuck with, focus on innovation within our own fucking country and go from there. This is going to be, I'm pleasantly surprised for our country. I really think that he's going to turn it around, guys. We will have to see. Has anybody actually seen this video that was trending on TikTok about him during the campaign where like, all right, where somebody, like some young girl was tweeting for him, and he actually wasn't speaking like a lunatic. He was actually speaking as somebody who was very strategic, and he was like, yeah, that's smart, edit it to this. Like, he was speaking as somebody who knew how to grab attention. And I think ultimately what we hate and love about Voldemort is that he is the ultimate influencer. He really does know how to grab attention whether you love him or hate him. And that is the whole point of being an influencer. Not everybody who's an influencer is loved. Not everybody who is an influencer is popular because of something positive. You know, think of Kevin Samuels. And especially, I don't know if I told you guys this. I remember telling my Instagram people this, that like there was this show on Netflix called Influencer, but it was like for people in Korea, I think. And it was really all about them like trying to win this competition, and started with all these major influencers like in Korea or in Asia. And they had to go through a series of competitions to like be an influencer. And it really made me aware of like what being an influencer really means and like how to capture attention. So I'm saying that to say there was this video I was watching of him once, and I was like, oh, he's not really stupid. He's actually pretty with it, and he's playing us. He's playing us. He's playing us, his audience. It's all just an act. That's my prediction, guys. We'll have to see what these next 4 years brings. Let's go on this ride.